The Phish.
It was just too cool. And then the best part was that for the midnight show, we started at about 11:45, 11:50, and we played until the sun came up. And I mean, I'll never forget it. Just the sun started to come over. I've never seen anything like it from the stage. The sky started to get pink. It was this pink sky with clouds all over the place, and just a little twinkling of light, and all these people who had all stayed up all night together. It was like this feeling of a shared experience. If you've ever stayed up all night with 2 or 3 people, you know what it feels like when the sun comes up, like you've been through an adventure. But everybody was together. It was like us and all these people, and in the audience, and then all the people on the side. We had these unbelievable memory. I can remember coming off stage and all 4 of us just like hugging. It was just so cool. Unable to explain what had just happened and how you could explain that. It was just such a great night. Wow.
Remember, always love yourselves as much as we are.
Cheesecake!
WY2XKK 91.7 FM. We're calling it Thin Air. Coming in slow and smooth. If you're out there on the highways, if you're within the sound of our voice, you're near to Big Cypress, Florida.
We're going to go now to the Big Cypress Seminole Indian Reservation in Florida. There was the biggest traffic jam that we know of in the country was caused on what's sometimes called Alligator Alley, which is South Florida's east to west highway. And it was jammed today with fans of the Phish.
Have a good time.
Take it slow, take it easy, and take care of each other out there.
Hey, you know, they were saying last night, traffic jam was the longest traffic jam in U.S. history. Are you serious? Yes. It's on the news and everything.
Alligator Alley.
Into the wee hours of the night, I want to give a shout out to everybody out in all the campgrounds, each and every direction.
Thank you for joining our party tonight.
Attending a Woodstock-like concert in the Everglades was the only way to bring in Y2K.
The Phish.
Cheesecake liver.
The Phish.
Cheesecake liver.
Thousands of people from all across the country all headed to the Everglades to hear the group Phish perform for New Year's. It is a huge Millennium concert being billed as one of the largest New Year's Eve bashes in the country. A group called Phish.
Yeah. You're listening to WY2XKK 91.7 FM. Thin Air Radio. This is DJ Huevos Rancheros, aka the Dead Man, the Egg Man. This is a shout out going to BCI crew.
Hi, I'm in the hot dog.
But the one to end all festivals was Big Cypress.
There were a lot of dreams that were fulfilled as a result of Big Cypress.
Big Cypress, as far as the 4 of us are concerned, was the end of an era. Cheesecake!
Alligator Alley is expected to draw about 75,000 fans. The concert is being held at the Big Cypress Seminole Indian Reservation. Once inside, this place is amazing, like a small city, a sea of people, campers and tents, people selling things, just about anything you can think of. This campground spans more than 1,000 acres, and organizers have been here since the beginning of December, getting this venue ready for New Year's Eve.
Thank you and welcome everybody.
It just is positive. Like there's nothing negative here.
A simple message that will keep everyone happy.
We'd like to once again remind you that when you reach the toll booth,
Please remember, the right lane is for traveling and the left lane is for passing.
to exchange your tickets for wristbands, that you are not in yet, you're not inside the concert grounds, and you still have a ways to go to get inside, and it could be up to 2 miles. It's going to be dark out there, and you need to be very, very careful of those in front of them. You need to stay inside your car. Don't get outside your car after you exchange your wristbands. Make sure you drive it all the way into the concert grounds. until you're waved into a spot in the park and ready to join the celebration.
Stay out of the left lane unless you're passing, and let's have some Keith Harvey in the 25th century. Thank you. Like you're pissed. Cheesecake. 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 Cheesecake.
The emotion, it just makes you want to just groove and move and just dance the eyes sometimes. It makes you want to scream and know what that.
Keep the headlights on.
It was like this weird dream.
If y'all really like to rock the funky beats, somebody in the house say hell yeah.
I'm sorry, are you in crazy?
Kicking it up a notch. Little shakedown party. Keeping the love alive. Keeping the music flowing out there. And me being inside the misty wonderland we call the Big Cypress Swamp. Here on Thin Air 91.7 FM, rolling along. This is Kevin from the Archives backstage, Big Cypress, Florida. We're glad to see you all here in Big Cypress, Florida. Nice and slow. Be very aware of pedestrians and just stay inside your cars, keep the lights on, just keep rolling to where you're directed, and soon you'll be inside, stopped and with us. Welcome once again to Thin Air Radio. We're going to roll forward, back, I should say backward.
Thank you so much, sir. It's gonna be a great.
Here at Big Cypress, Florida, the Millennium event.
fourth thing I would do. The first thing I would do
Awaiting who knows what after the midnight hour.
do it again. Only the largest concert in the world.
Inside the misty wonderland we call the Big Cypress Swamp. Looking forward to a long night.
I'm looking forward to it. And all night long.
Apparently the band from Montreal said was just going to take it and run with it. So make sure you're all prepared when you come out into the concert ground to stay. Listen to a lot of great stuff.
Bring warm clothes. That's my advice to everybody. Bring warm clothes. It's going to get cold. That's good advice.
WY2XKK 91.7 FM. They're calling it Thin Air. Keep the headlights on.
The chant, the cheesecake chant. Cheesecake.
We're going to play the world's longest concert, continuous playing without a break. We're gonna get porta potties on stage. Beds.
No beds.
No beds. We can't.
Unless you want something.
If you want to sleep, just go to the stage. Yeah, line the stage. Long day? Well, we want to see what happens. We have time. The lights go down. We start playing. 3 days. That's the goal. Non-stop. No stopping.
The original idea was
no set breaks. Just going.
The original idea was
we tell
was
people
not,
not
to tell people.
Well, that was the original
idea was
we
just
to see, because they all, no matter how long we played, there's always people at the end who wished we'd played longer, right? So we started thinking, how long would they stay? You know, I mean, if we just kept playing, what would happen? Would they? Obviously, most people would eventually have to leave. But would you be left with a core of like 100 people who were willing to stay a week? You know, how long would they stay? Could we outlast them? And what would happen from like sleep deprivation and everything? And what kind of music would we be playing after 60 or 70 hours?
I think
music that no one's ever.
Like 12 hours. I think it would cross into that.
Yeah, you're listening to WY2XKK 91.7 Thin Air Radio. My name is DJ Huevos Rancheros. I want to give a big Millennium shout out to everybody who's out there tuning in to Thin Air. Have a responsible time and please be good. We'll see you next year.
Cheesecake delivery. Actually, it's turtle meat.
Time. I'm gonna be late, really late.
Because everybody's going to want to know what you're doing for the millennium.
Reaching out to BCI, how you feeling out there? What's your 20? WY2XKK Millennium Radio 91.7.
So just continue as you are. Have a great time.
Arkansas? Oregon? Anybody from Oregon? Pittsburgh? Anybody here from Michigan? South Dakota? South Dakota?
We are Phish 2000!
I want you to take me to Funky Town. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
Do it again.
Here on Thin Air 91.7 FM. Rolling along. This is Kevin from the Archives backstage. Big Cypress, Florida. We're broadcasting from behind the stage. Happy New Year. I hope everybody out there is having a good time, taking care of each other, using all the recycling stations as they should, and just generally looking out for one another. Make sure you drink plenty of water along with whatever else you intake, and that you come in well prepared, like Trey said yesterday, well prepared for a long set to bring in the Y2K. So my name is Kevin again. This is from the Archives on Thin Air Radio 91.7. Once in a while I'm supposed to say WY2XKK, broadcasting from Big Cypress, Florida from backstage. Hopefully most of you are in and settled, on your way, ready to kick down with us. Of course you're in and settled. If you weren't, you'd be extremely late.
And, and then obviously was Big Cypress, which sort of the granddaddy of them all kind of a thing. And
right.
That one was just, I remember that they were always talking about the midnight set, and like
playing through the night was one of their goals.
I remember saying to Trey at some point that the Dead, when closing the Winterland like they did, it started at midnight and played until 7 a.m. or something, right? But they took set breaks, and the typical Trey well, we're just gonna play straight
Porta John on the stage.
Yeah, and I remember just thinking yeah, that's insane, you know. And then they totally pulled it off, you know, like the handicap porta potty on stage, you know.
Exactly. The energy, it's the emotion. It just makes you want to just groove and move and just tears the eyes sometimes. It makes you want to scream. It's no that.
But that was kind of, I feel like, in my Phish career, was sort of the peak moment. You know?
We talk about it all the time. It was peak.
That was kind of peak life in a way.
Yeah, not just Phish.
And there was
one of the greatest weekends of all.
Morning, that sunrise with that velvet sea, I'll never ever forget. Ever.
Yeah. But it's kind of, I always remember Trey saying, like, we should just stop now. You know, and all of us working for him. No, keep going.
A massive mess along Alligator Alley today.
Thousands of people from all across the country, all headed to the Everglades to hear the group Phish perform for New Year's. And that concert is happening at the big Cypress Indian Reservation, which is right at mile marker 38 along the alley.
Together, it was us and in the audience, and then all the people on the side. We had these unbelievable memories. I can remember coming off stage and all four of us just like kind of like hugging. It was just so cool. And then the most bizarre thing was that my wife and kids were at home. They didn't come. And so we were having a little New Year's party. We had 3 or 4 of our friends at home. And we got off stage, we hopped on a plane, and we were home in like 3 hours. So I just been through this crazy night, and I walked into the living room. It was like family cocktail party with neighbors who didn't know anything about Phish. I just remember kind of sitting there, chatting with people, unable to explain what had just happened and how we could explain that. It was just such a great night.
It's a show we did down for New Year's Eve in Big Cypress in Florida, and it was really completely unique. I don't think there's ever been a concert quite like it. We played the end of the we played the last set of the night was a midnight set. We played from midnight till 7 in the morning, and there was maybe 70,000 people there, 75,000 people, who all stayed up all night enjoying it and participating.
All we got's the mothers. The mother.
Coming all the way from sunny Florida. To sunny Florida, not sunny time. Would you please welcome the one and only Soda Jerk. Soda Jerk.
Cold long. The devil's on it. Bring on the juice. Bring on the juice. Bring on the juice. Bring on the juice.
1999. And who knows what tonight holds for us after midnight.
Non-stop.
Fellas, one more time, I want to give the drummer some of this funky soul we got here. You don't have to do no soloing, brother, just keep what you got. Don't turn it loose, because it's a mother.
Jerk.
When I count to 4, I want everybody to lay out and let the drummer go. And when I count to 4, I want you to come back in. It's in my collar. I got the holler. I said it's in my feet. Feels so sweet. It's in my shirt. Good God. About to work me to death. It's in my shirt. You're about to work me to death. It's in my shirt. I walk the floor. I wanna walk the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. God.
Come on, yo. Thin air, y'all. Thin air, y'all. New millennium. Come on, y'all. Get down, y'all.
Ain't it funky?
New millennium.
Ain't it funky?
I knew my.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Full shakedown party. It was just out of control. Long set.
Hayes McConnell on piano. Mike Clark. Trey Anastasia.
The name of this tune is The Funky Drummer. 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 The Funky Drummer.
Soda jerk.
Big Cypress being really the granddaddy of all these festivals.
The Funky Drummer.
Soda jerk.
The Funky Drummer. Let's lay out and let this Funky Drummer take it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Funky Drummer.
The Eggman. The Eggman. The Eggman. The Eggman. The Eggman. Funky, funky Eggman. Eggman.
Kicking it up a notch.
The sun started to come over. I've never seen anything like it. From sky started to get pink. It was this pink sky with clouds all over the place, and just a little twinkling of light. And then all of a sudden, it was like a big door open. We got tired, and in the tiredness, all of your judgment, this is good, this is bad, went away, and it just became like music. I could feel it, the air going in and out of my nose, and it was 80,000 people, and then the sun came on.
Close the shutters, draw the shades, filter out the Everglades.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. You're in tune to the Eggman, Huevos Rancheros on Hot 91.7.
I looked out the window, seen this bullhead.
I'm the Eggman, y'all.
Scoped on my scopes, he had no hair.
Launched that shot, he was caught out there. Saw the convertible driving by. Loaded up the slingshot, let one fly. He went for his
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
A symbol of life, a once the dogs and bust out your wife.
I pulled out the Jemmy, thought it was a joke. The trigger,
I pulled
his face,
the yo.
reached in his pocket, took all his cash. Left my man standing with the egg mustache.
Suckers, they come a dime a dozen.
When I say dozen, you know
Jay Colton on the mic here. Happy New Year to y'all.
I'm the Eggman, driving around, king of the town. Always got my windows rolled down.
Yo, BCI, you in the house?
Humpty Dumpty was a big fat egg.
Playing the wall, then he broke his leg. Tossing out the window 3 minutes high. Hit the restaurant, he said.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I ate the chicken and then I ate his leg.
Riding the trains in between cars when I pull out the station.
We're gonna get you.
Drive by egging, legging LA.
Yo, they just got my little cousin, I say.
Sometimes hot boiled, sometimes runny, babe.
Some chicken, not a bunny. Dumb people laugh. It's no doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it, yo.
Now they got me in the cell.
But I don't care.
It was then that I got caught, get your people out there.
Up on the roof, in my car, up at night, up on the signs like Dolomite. The Mac, I'm the Eggman. Taxi driver, I'm the Eggman.
We all dressed in black. We snuck up around the back. We began to attack the extra crack on Hayes' back.
Sam, I am down with the program. Green eggs and ham. Civic Sam.
Come Halloween, you know, I come strap. I do it out of some
Back. You made the mistake, you judge a man by his race. You grew up to life with egg on your face. Woke up in the morning, peculiar feeling. Looked up and saw egg dripping from the ceiling. Family, punk rock.
The businessman.
I thought anybody with the egg in my hand.
Not like the crack that you put in a pipe, but crack on your right is a down now white.
Notorious G.I.B.
It's good.
Listen to the first verse.
Watch out now.
John and the people will refer to as the management hired to capture this amazing Millennium event. He called us actually about 2-3 weeks ago.
That's John Paluska, the manager, right?
Yeah, John Paluska. He called me up and said, "Hey, we just kind of want to shoot footage here. We want to capture both sides of everything." And he presented us with an amazing opportunity to see what most people never realize. That the people who come to these shows don't know that the amazing amount of work that goes into putting something like this on. I mean, even the people that work here, I don't think realize. And we had an opportunity to discreetly follow people around, key players in the whole event, and to see how they pull something like this together. We spent a lot of time with the visual design department, following two amazing guys, Russ and Lars, and their team, who put together the towns, and they've been doing it for the last few years. The Clippers Ball, the Great Went, the Lemon Wheel, and we get to see the amazing diplomacy that goes on, the democracy in their team, and there's no head of state to say it's everything is worked out in a perfect fluid way, and that would make big business cringe the way that they make a town in the middle of nowhere for the last 4 years, spring up and work smoothly for 3-4 days at a time with amazing results each and every time, and each time better than the last. I've proudly attended all of them as an attendee until this one, where I come as a documenter, and what will be seen from this, hopefully someday, is this slice of a weekend that I think will go down in history. I'm here with Chris Kuroda, lighting designer for Phish.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? Do you play with the lights off the band? Do you think of it like drums, like keyboards?
I would say more than anything else, I really think of my own track more than anybody else, because
while up in the club and we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, nigga, really and truly, yo. My main thug, nigga named Julio. Julio. Type of nigga that'll slap you with the Julio. You bitch niggas get it death at studio. Fuck that, look at your little cutie, yo. The way she said.
What do you mean?
Do you have any signs? Sometimes, you know, a jam may last a really long time, and you work with the band in building the mood, and you know the kickers like the bright strobes or the white lights if you've been blending purples and reds.
Well, that's them who takes it there. I don't really have the final say. I mean, I have the final say on what the lights do at that moment, but as far as musically, the band takes it there.
And you just follow the band.
I just follow the band, yeah, as best I can.
That's great. And is there a moment when you're just like, it's like, go for it, give them everything you got, take them as hard as you can get them?
A lot of moments like that, I would say, yeah. Sometimes you just know when that moment is going to come. Being prepared for it is nice.
Okay, so what are the kickers? What are the kickers called? The big lights that really blow up in your face. What are they?
The name of the light itself?
Yeah, what are they?
It's called the Studio Color. It's made by a company called High End Systems. It's a great light. It's only 575 watts though. Now they make the 1200 watts. We're looking into getting this.
And they're just like, are they a strobe or are they just a white halogen?
It's an incredibly intelligent instrument that has all kinds of features and functions and a lot of moving parts inside. And, it's a very, very smart instrument.
Okay, so people are... I've been walking around the parking lot, and I've watched Phish for a while. I've seen you be their lighting guy for a while, but this is the first time I've ever heard that you're possibly a fifth band member. How do you feel about that? Come speed, we're coming on, 0-0.
Well, it's a big laugh. I'm one of those who believes that when they find the end of the universe finally rosy, they're gonna find laughter. And that's how I feel tonight. It's just a big cosmic joke. The whole thing is an illusion. I'm here to participate in it entirely. I'm here to embrace it and dance with it. But by no means am I taking this seriously.
Agent, this DJ is insane.
Yes, Rosie, you bring up a very interesting point. With sudden technologies, and all these technologies are extension of human possibility. Suddenly, erections are suddenly abruptly forming cities, are forming suddenly abruptly. And in this suddenness, this abruptitude, these cities that are so largely constructed are able to outpace philosophies of governments, of laws, of candor, of society. Most of the people seemingly interested in living in such a new kind of city are the ones tired of the old kind. So, the way the world currently is, to party as hard and as well as they have seen the way that the world could possibly be. And this is really the most formidable and sacred kind of technology, which is to say the human evolution that moves inward.
Describe your country home.
It's the Midsummer Night's Dream Palace. Oberon and Titania, the king and queen of the fairies, have their nightly argument just over there on the other side of the Cypress tree. And on the right of that palm, which represents our backyard, which is really an inner longing aimed at the southern way of the world, that's where Puck hangs out with many of the other fairies. And somewhere in different vestibules around some of these different tree trunks, certain mammals graze called lovers. Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia.
second game, and I'm not going to be long this morning, the second game, and I took inventory of several people, the second most popular game that we played as children is house.
Hey, you're in tune to 91.7 Thin Air WY2XKK Radio. Welcome to the big push at this point. This is the Eggman. I'm up in the studio with Mr. Sparkle, the one called Tad Cautious, also Pistol, Stamen, and the notorious G to the I to the B. And we're getting our swerve on back here in the station. I see some of y'all lighting off fireworks, doing whatever it is you need to do.
What are you doing? Working on our financial situation.
Well, our financial situation is this.
For the hip-hop rabbit, where he be? Tis I, the hip-hop rabbit.
Maybe on New Year's Eve, we're playing on New Year's Eve in Florida. If you guys all come down, that's right. Outdoors. New Year's Eve is going to be outdoors in Florida, and as many of you, we're going to spread the gospel of the beat stick starting now. So everybody's got to learn the beat stick. At some point, there will be more than 74,000 people together. But the trick to breaking the world record is teaching the world the beat stick. So it's kind of like, I'd like to give the world, I'd like to buy the world a Coke. I'd like to teach the world the meat stick. And so that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to teach you the meat stick. Mike and I will come out.
Glad to see you all here in Big Cypress, Florida.
This is positive. Like, there's nothing negative here.
The concert is being held at the Big Cypress Seminole Indian Reservation.
In the heart of the Florida Everglades.
Most of you are in and settled, on your way, ready to kick down with us. Of course you're in and settled. If you weren't, you'd be extremely late.
I'm gonna be late, really late. Hi, I'm in the hot dog.
little shakedown party.
was from 11 o'clock at night until 8 o'clock in the morning, non-stop.
It was incredible. And it was, for me, the greatest. It was the pinnacle.
At the opera that stood out.
Yep.
For you.
Yeah. Big Cypress. The night we played all night was. It's just. I don't even know what to say. Anyways, I mean, it was beyond. It was like a weird dream, and just kept going on. We played for about 4.5 straight hours, maybe 5, and then all of a sudden, it was like a big door open. We got tired, and in the tiredness, all of your judgment, this is good, this is bad, went away, and it just became like music. I could feel like the air going in and out of my nose, and it was 80,000 people. And then the sun came up. Oh, I can't, it was just.
The decision to stop. Certainly don't want to put words in your mouth. But I hear you saying this thing that we had created was so much, we honored it so much, we believed in it, we sacrificed for it, it was enormously good to us. We had a fan base that loved us and came to different concerts. Each of them was a new experience. But what it might have come to is that you were not, in your own judgment, what you were doing now was not, didn't have something that was there before.
Yeah.
And what was
This is the, in my opinion, the truth of what happened is we went through this Millennium concert, Big Cypress in Florida. We played all night. We played from, we played actually 2 days, but the last set was from 11:15 or something on the New Year's Eve until 7 or 8 in the morning. It was incredible, and it was, for me, the greatest. It was the pinnacle. And when we came off stage, I looked at our drummer, Phish, and my best friend, and we just, the man I love dearly. And we looked at each other, we both had tears in our eyes, we were like, we should stop. It just felt like